Heading straight to the
I
commons.
suppose some introductions are in order.
That is not helpful.
Behind her rather stodgy exterior, Professor Weasley's had some rather marvelous adventures.
Can I help you?
Damn, me much?
Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed.
Because Lord have mercy.
And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spellbook I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
Don't
It was
hide the
good meeting
secrets,
you.
man.
Good luck today.
Let me know what's up. I'm trying to learn some spells too. You know what I'm saying?
It's clear Rhoda would have preferred it.
Better share them secrets, boy.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here,
That chest,
watch this.
that's my shit.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate.
Bro, who gonna hit me with the
Told you.
chest? Come on. Let me get in there. Let me get a run going.
You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Yeah, okay.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Imelda. That one in mind?
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you
blind?
entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the
Really?
4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. And known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Must be blind. He is, 'cause the way he's looking
It's
down
the
like
new
that.
5th year Slytherin in here. Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Copy that. And me flying up these stairs. Jeez.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Book of spells.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Professor Weasley.
This way.
At your service.
I'd wager Ravenclaw Tower has
Yeah.
some of the best views in the castle.
Oh, shit.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The
You got
guide
random
will give you
students just walking around.
opportunities to practice your magic
cool.
and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
Trying.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Kelpie statue. Statue depicts the Kelpie, shape-shifting water demon, native to Ireland and Great, which usually takes form of a long mane horse, largest kept ever reported in this outland. So the Loch Ness monster, the Kelpie. Okay, largest one. Alright. So to acquire XP points, we have to complete challenges. Sense? This is your wizard level XP earned from challenges increase level and power. Right track and current progress. Clicking your first guide page, unlock a new challenge category. Adventure. Here, select a word unlock each tier to complete. Currency critical. How we get upgrades. Rewards must be claimed from the word challenge menu. Come back off to collect your reward. Locked. Right. Right. Okay.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Man, that is so cool. Man, they did such a good job on this environment, man. Absolutely amazing.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Fast travel to points. Hogwarts is right into the left side of the map. Press or live. and includes the house, common rooms, and the great hall. Like the grand staircase continue. You can see low flames, low flames covered in. Gotcha. Right side of the map is where you'll find academic tower library. The librarians continue. Professor Weasley has unlocked the central hall full of fast travel hall flu. That's dope. So instead of having to walk all the way down around the map or around Hogwarts to get somewhere, you can just fast travel, which I like. Dang.
And
I've
here we
explored the
are.
map.
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Professor Ronan.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A
Gonna have fun in
mastery
that
of
class.
Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Keep
I'm
that to
sorry,
myself.
Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Gotta keep that secret to myself, boys. You
Speak
feel
of
what I'm
the
saying?
devil, Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
All right. How you doing, Fig?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
Indeed.
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
What you got for me now, bud?
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
All right, so are we going to first class? Defense against the dark arts.
Revelio.
That. Can I shoot that, please? Oh, it's running for me. You can... Trying to see if I can hit it, but I guess not. We're going to class, guys. Run fast. The hell is that? Nah. Nah.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878, no doubt.
The same
you've heard
dragon
of
that
it.
attacked us?
Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and
That skull
lived to
looks
boast
exactly like a
about it.
dragon that attacked us. No cap.
Knowledge.
Real shit.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Like what? Steady your hand. Steady your wand with and guide along a symbol, path along a spell. Press corresponding input when prompt to accelerate on motion. Levioso.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise... Good! Now, the basic cast. Well done. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling.
Oh.
We'll start with you two.
All right.
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
First duel, baby. Let's get it.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Protego, let's do
Students with this adept.
Pace things.
Levioso.
I do enjoy life duel. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Can't handle me, bud.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Can't handle me, Sebastian. Take a seat, buddy. Take a seat. What I got to say to you, bud. Take a seat.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.